Cheers! What you do, who is it for, and why it matters. If people often ask you, what exactly do you do? Or they like you but hesitate to work with you, this conversation is for you. Confusion does not repel people loudly. It repels them quietly. A strong personal brand is not loud. It is clear. Last week we talked about boundaries. That was the first essential thing to create a strong personal brand. And this week we are talking about clarity. Clarity is not about having the perfect sentence. It's about knowing yourself well enough to explain your work without hiding, shrinking, or over-explaining yourself, or overloading. Most people think clarity limits them. That's why so many people have a hard time creating their niche, because they don't want to lose opportunities. They think choosing means losing opportunities, losing all the extra dollars. In reality, lack of clarity costs far more. When people do not understand what you do, they hesitate, they delay, they move on. Not because your work lacks value, but because the message lacks direction. And this is where authenticity quietly does its work. Because clarity that is not authentic turns into a marketing language. You start saying what sounds good instead of what is true. You add layers instead of removing noise. Authentic clarity does the opposite. It simplifies, it tells the truth without exaggeration or performance. It comes from self-knowledge, not from strategy alone. Let me ask you something. Can you explain what you do in a way that feels grounded, calm, and most importantly, simple, without over-explaining? You probably heard so many great polished pitches around you. I help you unleash the power within your soul and you become the best version of yourself by this and that. They're great, but they don't tell you how that person does that. Of course, there are great strategies, marketing, branding strategies around those words, languages, juicy words, right? But if the person in front of you doesn't understand what you do, you lose them. So it's not about having the best polished pitch you created. Maybe you paid a lot of money to create that, but it doesn't sell. What sells, what stands out, and what's going to be authentic is coming from your heart, from your authentic voice, grounded, calm, and simple message. And clarity is a boundary too, because you create your niche, you're clear about what you offer, what you do, so you take off all the other opportunities and stay with what exactly you do. So a little more explaining how clarity is a boundary. It tells people, this is what I do, this is who it's for, and this is how it helps. Nothing more, nothing less. When your message is clear, people feel safe engaging with you. And guess what? They can refer you easily because they only have a couple words or one clear sentence in their mind when they meet somebody. Oh, she does this. He helps people to achieve this and that. you might need to contact with him. When you are clear, people know what to expect. They know how to enter your world. And clarity does something quietly powerful. It positions you as someone who understands their own value. You don't chase attention. You attract alignment. If your brand feels scattered, it's not because you're inconsistent. It's because clarity has not fully landed yet. Authenticity is what allows clarity to land. Not everyone will resonate, and that's the point. You probably heard this before. You're not for everyone. If you're trying to speak to everybody, you're speaking to nobody. These are the cliches, but truths. And you hear them, but not apply it to your life. Why? Speak to certain people so you can succeed. When your clarity is authentic, the right people recognize themselves in it. And the wrong ones, quietly or loudly, step away. And I receive this question from my clients and people around me. They say, what do I do when somebody unsubscribes? Oh, I receive unsubscribers all the time. Why do they unsubscribe? Do I not do a good job? Do I not? Stop it. I receive unsubscribes every single week. And you know what? Every time I see them, I always check them, I smile. I thank God and thank the universe to clear up those people around me, because it shows that my message in what I do, what I stand for, is not for them. And they're not for me. So how great it is to have those unsubscribed notifications. And you unsubscribe from people's emails, don't you? So why take it personally? People receive tons of emails every day. So keep doing what you're doing. Be clear about what you do and believe that all those things, all those people who are stepping away are the sign for you that you are in alignment in what you do and who you are. So where do you start? Simplify your message. Choose your audience. And most importantly, respect your own direction. This is Personal Branding Essentials Part 2. Clarity. And clarity is what turns interest into trust. And as you probably heard me saying this, trust is the foundation of your sales. If you missed last week's video, Part 1, Branding Essentials, Boundaries, you can watch the next video. And I'll see you there.